set number 4 on ENCE. It is now 2-1 in favor of the NightEagles. Can You Are Dead come back to tie this up and take this to a 5th set? We'll have to see. But what are your predictions, man?
Well, I feel like this map definitely rewards defensive play. If You Are Dead, like they've been doing in the past 3 games, if they take a good position, and if NightEagles, being a little cocky, trying to be aggressive again, maybe they could take this 4th set.
Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, the NightEagles in the, I think it was a couple weeks ago, me and Phil were casting this one game where, because usually on ENCE, the northern team usually has a much bigger advantage than the team starting down south, because if you start up north, you have a lot more cover, you have a lot more options to go through. And when you start up north, pretty much all you have to do is just kind of sit back and wait for the southern team to push up to you. But what happened this one game was the NightEagles, what they did was they started down south and they rushed the northern team and they just completely demolished and they just completely surrounded them, took home the victory in maybe 30 seconds to a minute. But I mean, yeah, the NightEagles, they really love this map and they could be going for a push right now. It definitely looks like they're setting up for one.
Yeah, looks like they're going to the east here.
Yeah.
Maybe try to set up some kind of positional play.
Ooh, but his track does get hit. He does, repair that. Flockhawk doing a great job getting a sneak shot onto CKSBB, taking down to about 82% health. But yeah, if the NightEagles do decide to push down that railway, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. They should not do that.
Yeah. I think maybe from last game, they're going to pull back a little bit. Yeah. I wouldn't expect them to do anything crazy again.
Yeah, actually, I mean, the thing I sometimes don't understand about teams that play on ENCE is, if you're going to go for a push, you might as well go for a push in the city. Because if you're in the city, you have at least some cover, whereas, if you push on the railway or even that eastern kind of field area, there's a little bit of cover, but essentially, once you kind of go towards that central eastern area, there's absolutely no cover out there.
Yeah. This is a very interesting play by You Are Dead. They're playing even more defensive than any other game. And maybe they know the map.
They could just be expecting a NightEagles push. They could be hoping for a NightEagles push.
I mean, again, they basically had a free victory from that last game. NightEagles being way too aggressive. But on this map, is it usually the team who feels like they're the underdog want to play more aggressive or defensive?
It really depends, man. I mean, it's really hard to say because a lot of times we just see camping. Like people either camping in the city or out to the field, but most of the times, we do see camping. But the thing about the NightEagles is that even though they camp for the first 8 or 9 minutes, they always go for a push in the end. No matter what, they always go for something.
Yeah, I mean that does show that they are very confident in their aggressive abilities and they're going to use it, whether it's in the first minute or the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the thing about the NightEagles is that they realize that, if nothing's going to happen, in the first time you play on the map, then it's going to be the same story the next time you play on it. So might as well, even though there's only a minute remaining, might as well try and make something happen, try and make the set end, because if you just replay it, it's going to be the same exact thing.
And if there's a team to be aggressive, again, it's the NightEagles. Yeah. They've done it so many times in, I'm sure, practice games and in tournament matches. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that they're gonna go for an eastern push right now. They're kind of pulling back and moving their forces. Oh no, a western push. Excuse me. They're pulling back. It looks like they're trying to cross the railway and go for that western city push. And that's definitely I would have to say the wiser decision right now.
Yeah, I mean they see that You Are Dead is playing very defensive. They had their T1 up there scouting. They spotted I think one tank. Yeah. And if that guy's all the way back there, they have to know that, again, You Are Dead playing so defensive. Yeah. And they're going to make something happen. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, You Are Dead. They know that they have to win this next set to stay in this tournament. The NightEagles, they have a little bit of a cushion. They can lose this. They can afford to lose this and then still be in this tournament. However, they still shouldn't use that as justification to be all out and just push and throw the set away.
Yeah, I think I have to say in that third match, they felt like they're up 2-0, why not go for something crazy? And now they're thinking a lot more. It's obvious. They're playing a lot more slowly and probably going to go for a sneak push down the western side.
Yeah, but I mean, look at this You Are Dead setup right now. Yeah, they have two heavy tanks down way in that southeastern corner, way out of vision, way out of range of any tanks that would, potentially push down that into that area. And yeah, the rest of the tanks really, really just kind of camped up behind those railway cars. Yeah, camped up behind some of those ruined buildings. But yeah, if the NightEagles decide to push this, they're definitely 100% better off pushing in the city.
Yeah. They're gonna have a lot of cover if they go all together. They can probably pick off 1 or 2 UR-dead tanks and then go for a little push there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if they push down this eastern edge, they're just gonna get taken out one by one. You know, UR-dead, they're just completely posted up on this eastern edge. And however, you know, the thing, like the NightEagles, they're in a little bit of a tough position too, because they know that they have no idea where. I mean, they have a general idea of where the UR-dead team is right now. However, they don't know exactly where. You know, a couple of the tanks, even maybe 3 tanks, could be camping in the city, and they could be walking their traps. So they got to be careful. They're actually using this T1. They did send one of their T1s way down to that southwestern corner, so they know that at least they have a couple of routes open for them.
Yeah, I think that sprung a NightEagles play here.
Yeah.
They saw that there are no tanks in the city, and they know that they have to be in that bottom right corner, so they are going to go for this western push we've been talking so much about.
Yeah, exactly. So they are posting up now, moving towards this western edge, and they are throwing a couple of pings down just to be. Yeah, they know that there has to be a couple tanks in those areas that they ping. Yeah, especially in like J7 and you know G8. You know those really those positions that have a lot of vision and provide cover as well. They know that there are most likely going to be UR-dead tanks over there.
Yeah, they don't know exactly where the tanks are, but all of those things are pretty spot on. Except that one in the west, but they're soon going to find out if they send their T1 that there's no one there either, and they're all just in that corner.
Yeah, exactly. So what I would do if I were the NightEagles right now, I'll send that other T1 that's actually kind of in the center of the map in the row of 5. I would send that more south. It does have cover from those railway cars, and it could potentially, you know, spot a tank that could, you know, potentially snowball the fight. Yeah. But they are pulling that back just in case the UR-dead team do decide to push up that eastern edge.
Yeah, I mean, while NightEagles is going down the west side, it's always possible that UR-dead goes up the east side and goes to the base first somehow. Yeah. And they got to have that light tank back there just spotting and making sure.
Yeah, and actually that happens, you know, more times than you think. You know, a lot of times you see, you know, one team push down the east and the other team push down up the west, and you know, it just turns out into who can capture or who can get there, you know, first. So.
And there are certain timings that both teams know where the game is coming down to the wire, and they need to make something happen, if anything. So both teams are going to move out near the same time. Yeah. And that's why that's so common.
Yeah, exactly. And the NightEagles creeping towards the UR-dead base right now. They did spot Mini Chun there, so he is backing up just a little bit. He is in a T69. Soldier Wu also being spotted now by Hanks in that T1. Yeah, doing a great job of spotting for his team. And yeah, without, of course, that T1, yeah, his team would be in a lot of trouble right now. NCC now moving in, trying to get, I think he's trying to surround Soldier right now.
Yeah, there was a couple of shots fired. I think Minichun took a bunch of damage there, but he moved back and being even more defensive. Those 2 tanks in the corner aren't even moving, and there you see a T1 taken out.
They take a T1. So nice job. A little bit of vision being denied on the UR-dead team. And the NightEagles, yeah, they're slowly, look at that setup right now from the NightEagles. They're just in a U formation, just gonna slowly creep up towards the UR-dead team. And the UR team, the UR-dead, they gotta make a move now.
They gotta do something.
Yeah, they gotta do something. They gotta set up. They gotta, you know, make a formation to where they can repel this NightEagles push, or else they will be in a lot of trouble. I mean, the NightEagles look like every time we see the NightEagles push, except, you know, those times where they're way too aggressive. But most of the times when they have an organized push, they always love that U position. They love to surround and creep up and flank and just completely surround the enemy teams, and that is what's happening this set right now. And yeah, if the UR-dead don't move, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 1:30 left here. Some team has to make a move, or it's going to be a draw. I think NightEagles are going to try to go in here, like you were saying. They're not going to let this go to a draw.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're going to see a bunch of action here really soon.
T1's actually going to go down, on the UR-dead team. Yeah, UR-dead and NightEagles losing a T1. Actually, NightEagles losing 2 T1s. So, yeah, a lot of vision getting denied on the NightEagles. The NightEagles are actually a little bit more cautious now, because they did lose both their T1s. They have no idea where the UR-dead team is right now. And actually, UR-dead could be going for a push right now.
It looks like they are sending heavy up there as well as a T1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a WZ-132, but it is a tier 8 elite light tank. So yeah, that elite tank, light tank is going to scout up there in the northern area. He will realize that no tanks are up there, and the NightEagles are going to, they don't know this right now, but they're in a lot of trouble. I mean, there's only about 30 seconds left, so I mean, I think this is going to be a draw, quite honestly.
Looks that way. I mean, unless they go straight for the base right now.
Yeah, unless the NightEagles push in right now and manage to take on a T8. I mean, actually, they have to take out 2 tanks. They They have to take out a T8 and a T1, or 2 T8s to actually take them the victory. But I mean, most likely this is going to be a draw.
Yep. Those 18 seconds, neither team is making a move, so.
Yeah.
NightEagles, I think that's smart for them. They lost both their light tanks.
Yeah.
They had a really good position, but they did lose a lot of vision, so they don't want to do anything risky. They are still up.
Yeah. Quite possibly, if the NightEagles still had both their T1s up and had vision on the enemy team,